Both the Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage feature some of the broadest lineups in the jam-packed compact crossover segment. From frugal to fancy, and including both regular hybrid and plug-in hybrid variants, these family haulers have something for darn near everyone. The latest Tucson debuted for 2022, introducing a sharp new look and a clean, premium feel interior. Not to be outdone, the 2023 Kia Sportage rocked onto the scene with wild styling and a techie cabin that wouldn't look out of place in a German luxury car. Which of these SUVs is right for you? Let's find out. I could accuse the Kia Sportage of being a cold, calculated approach to the segment. It's one of the longest, it has the most space, its price is low, etc, etc. More than a mere numbers game, the Sportage pairs smart, practical features with an efficient hybrid powertrain to make it one of the top choices. The 2023 edition of the Sportage certainly cannot be accused of blending in. The styling is striking, a squinty front end advancing Kia's Tiger Nose styling for a new era. The LED daytime running lights dominate the front end, separating the main headlight from the larger grille. The rear end treatment has hints of the brand's EV6 electric crossover. A strong rear shoulder and the tapering glass section visually stretch the Sportage's profile, but make no mistake, at 183.5 inches long, it's one of the largest offerings in the class. I must admit, it isn't a look for everyone, but I'm happy to see Kia taking a chance in a segment that's long been plagued by same styling. And the same can certainly be said for the Tucson. Call it striking, call it over the top, whatever descriptors you want to hang off of it, we can agree it's unlike anything else in the segment. This model you see here comes in what Hyundai calls Calypso Red, which only adds to its eccentric design. A shield-like front grille hides the LED running lights within its elements, only showing the Tucson's face when lit. In a world where pop-up headlights can't exist, this is the next best thing. Overall, you have to give the designers of the Tucson credit. They really went for it. In a segment, again, known for bland anonymity, the Tucson is an explosion of sharp creases, odd bulges, and a smiling grille that lights up on its edges like a Vegas marquee. The wheel arches are angular rather than actual arches. There are diamond shapes embossed in the rear bumper, and the aforementioned LED taillights that dangle from a full-width light bar like Dracula fangs. There is a lot going on, maybe too much, but hey, better than dull. Jumping inside, as forward-thinking as the Sportage's exterior is, the cabin design matches it. The dashboard is an angular space with big air vents serving as sculptural focus points. Material quality is mostly great and beats that of its twin brother, the Hyundai Tucson. The worst spots are the rear door panels, which feel a little cheap, and the expansive piano black in the center console is guaranteed to stay clean for about half a second too. If you are going hybrid, the standard seating is black cloth with 3 synthetic leather options in the US, including the gray, navy, and white combo you see here. Front passengers enjoy plenty of room, and the large panoramic moonroof lets in lots of light. The second row is one of the more spacious in the class, matching the front's available headroom and giving up just 1/10 of an inch for legroom. The curved twin-screen setup in the Sportage wows. The central 12.3-inch screen covers main infotainment duties, while the configurable panel in front of the driver handles the instrument panel. The latter is easy to read and offers a good amount of pertinent info at a glance. We don't have many qualms with the current Kia infotainment system, though the main menu logos can be hard to read without pulling your eyes off the road. The color scheme looks cool, but it's not the most practical. While the swappable climate and audio control panel is confusing at first, at least it has physical rotary knobs. The Sportage earns bonus points for its smart USB-C ports located on the front seat backs for easy access. As for the Tucson, it has a cool, calm aura, as the upper portion wraps around from the doors before flowing into the main infotainment section like a waterfall. I love that the seat memory buttons are held within the chrome strips, which tie the whole look together. Sure, they are slightly more of a reach than they had been plunked on the armrest, but that's boring. The optional two-tone color scheme on the top trim levels also give the whole dashboard some visual depth. The 10.25-inch touchscreen and the climate control below are both angled ever so slightly towards the driver. Lower trims use an 8-inch screen, both get standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, though the big one here still needs the cords to do it. Regardless, the native UI is quick and intuitive, with most everything a swipe or a poke away. As far as passenger space goes, the Tucson pretty much matches that of the Sportage. One area where the Sportage interior is superior is in the physical controls of climate and audio, instead of the haptic controls found in the Tucson. When it comes to cargo space, in gas form, the Tucson offers up a massive 38.7 cubic feet of storage space, and that's with the seats up. Drop the 60/40 second row and you've got 80.3 cubes. Opting for the hybrid drops that figure to 74.5 cubic feet, which is still huge. The Sportage has an equally cavernous hatch, swallowing a segment-best 39.6 cubic feet. Drop the seats and that goes to 74.1 cubic feet, a little shy of its sibling. Switching over to the hybrid sees a very slight decrease to 39.5 and 73 cubic feet respectively. Both cars' towing capacity is capped at 2,000 pounds. Kia and Hyundai haven't forgotten about safety either. In addition to the usual passive safety features, both include automated emergency braking, lane keep assist, lane following assist, and automatic high beams. The next trim up adds blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, safe exit assist, and adaptive cruise control. Moving up to the top trims unlocks 360-degree camera, blind spot view monitor, highway driving assist, rain sensing wipers, and front parking sensors. As far as pricing is concerned, a base model Tucson SE front-wheel drive will run you $27,000, including destination. From there, buyers can move through the SEL at $28,400, Sporty N-Line at $32,500, off-road styled XRT at $33,200, and Limited at $36,600. Adding all-wheel drive is a $1,500 upcharge. Want a hybrid? There are 3 levels to choose from. Blue at $31,000, SEL Convenience $33,600, and Limited at $39,000. Meanwhile, the plug-in hybrid comes in just 2 flavors, SEL at $36,700 and Limited at $44,500. It should be eligible for rebates, however. A bone stock Sportage LX front-wheel drive ranks in ever so slightly above the comparable Tucson at $27,300 including destination. The gas-only lineup progresses through the EX at $29,300, X-Line at $32,000, SX at $32,800, SX Prestige $34,800, X Pro $36,300, and X Pro Prestige at $38,000. The X-Line and X Pro models include all-wheel drives as standard. For the others, it's $1,800 to upgrade, and on the LX, that also adds heated seats and side mirrors. The Sportage Hybrid lineup, like the Tucson Hybrid, consists of 3 models. The Hybrid LX front-wheel drive is the most affordable hybrid of them all, at $28,600. Enough of a gap to even add all-wheel drive and still undercut the Tucson Hybrid Blue. The Hybrid EX at $32,300 includes all-wheel drive as standard, as does the Hybrid SX Prestige at $37,500. For those keeping track, that makes it just $900 more than a Sportage SX Prestige all-wheel drive. At the time of this video, Kia had not released Sportage plug-in hybrid pricing. As you can see, there is not much separating these two when it comes to pricing, but its desirable hybrid models and higher-end trims are both more expensive than their equivalent from Kia. Finally, we come to the driving experience. On the road, there is a grown-up feel to how the Sportage moves, swallowing up bumps while maintaining a flat stance. While comfortable and it has enough handling chops to feel positive and composed down a twisty road, it's not a sports car, of course, but it sits much closer to the likes of the Mazda CX-5 than the class average. Steering feel is light, of course, as expected. The positive feelings continue with the hybrid powertrain. The 1.6-liter turbo 4 and electric motor combine for an above-average 227 horsepower, plus a thick slug of instant access torque right down low. The result is a car that feels genuinely quick when you ask it to be, and a quiet, efficient ride in the city. We are talking an even 38 mpg across all measures with the all-wheel drive model. American buyers can even have the option of sticking to front-wheel drives, which ekes out a few more precious mpgs. The Tucson also feels just as mature and comfortable to drive. It's not a bad thing, but there is a bit of a disconnect between how the Tucson looks and how it drives. The angular look suggests it's sporty, but from behind the wheel, it's all about comfort. The Tucson is a peach on highway roads and cities alike. There is enough give to the sidewalls on those 19-inch tires to take the sting out of bigger bumps, while the suspension's dampening is finely judged, smoothing out any unwanted nastiness. It's also impressively quiet, with very little road or wind noise making its way to the cabin. And since both the Tucson and the Sportage share the exact same hybrid powertrain, you can expect similar driving refinement. One thing to mention is the 6-speed automatic transmission that allows the hybrid to drive just like a regular ICE model. There is no drone, none of that CVT-style elasticity off red lights, and when you call for full power, the transmission will happily drop a gear or two. The brake pedal is also pleasantly progressive, despite featuring hybrid regeneration. Unsurprisingly, in the battle of the Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage, these two SUVs run each other as close as some of the best offerings in a very busy class. On paper, they are essentially the same in terms of passenger space, cargo, performance, and price. The Kia offers a slightly more off-road oriented option in its X-Pro trims, and its front-drive hybrid is the efficiency champ. But beyond that, what it really comes down to is a matter of taste, whether you prefer the looks of one over the other, or the Hyundai's more calming interior to the Kia's techy angular one. Either way, you will be making off with a capable, value-packed family hauler. And if you are torn between the hybrid or gasoline version, then make no mistake, the hybrid is the one to buy. It delivers more power and more MPG for only slightly more money, a nice trade-off. The powertrain feels punchy, and both hybrid SUVs drive comfortably over the road. Although their handling isn't notably amazing, it's at least on par with what you find across the compact SUV segment. And given these are their first ever hybrid, their excellence is even more impressive.